hook a water hose up here, run it outside, take a flathead screwdriver, open this up, that'll release all the water out of it. Once that stops, shut it off, turn your water back on, you're good to go. One time a year.
Okay.
That's called an expansion tank up there. If this thing builds up too much pressure, it's going to release water up into that tank. If it's still too much pressure for both of these to handle, you have what's called a pop-off valve right here. This is going to open up. It's going to kick water outside where we saw those pipes on the side. That's what I'm saying. You should never see water coming out of those pipes.
Okay.
If you see water coming out, it either means there's too much pressure here or this pop-off is going bad. And these things last up to 20 years.
Okay.
So it's most likely a pressure thing. If you see water coming out, come here, open it up, release the pressure, and then call a plumber.
Okay.
So
I don't need to take it off, just release the pressure.
Release the pressure.
Okay.
This is called a, I would probably go ahead and shut the water off, release the pressure, that way if it doesn't fill up again, go ahead and shut the water off, release pressure, and then call a plumber. This is a circulating pump. You guys familiar with this?
Yeah, he was telling us it circulates the hot water.
Cool feature number, where are we, 4? So yeah, this is giving this to hot water. It doesn't let the water sit in the pipes long enough to get cold.
Okay.
That's really cool. This is where you're going to adjust your temperature, hot or cold. Most folks leave it around A, but once you move in, you can adjust it how you want. These are all the instructions on how to light it. This isn't the old school style where you have to have a pilot and a light, and that's actually push button. So that's cool too. This is your main water supply here. So again, if you have that leak at 2 in the morning, this is where you're going to shut it off. This is called a PRV valve, pressure reducing valve. It's regulating the pressure of the water in the house. If you don't like the water pressure, I don't recommend tinkering with it. They break pretty easy. I'd call a plumber. Okay. One thing you guys might notice once you move in is a slight reduction in water pressure at your, say, the bathroom sink. If you take the aerator off the bottom of the faucet, clean that out. Sometimes there's sawdust or something in the line. Clean that out, and that'll improve your pressure.
Okay.
We've got a GFI here that's going to the garage door opener.
Okay.
You got your electric panel here. This is the residential code compliance certificate that they did. Basically, they wanted to see how well the house was insulated, how air comes in and out. It says you have to have less than a 7. You got a 5.7, so that's good. House is insulated well. It's labeled nicely here for you. Tells you what all these are.
Okay.
And then this is our electrician that did the work. If you need them, that's their number.
Okay.
They used to put the GFIs in all the wet areas, the bathrooms, kitchens. You still have the one in the master bath for the fan, but they moved away from putting them all over the house. Now they put them here. So that's what all these red and white buttons are. Those are GFIs. Okay. So if something quits working in the house, you come out here. It'll be in the middle if it's off. This one will be orange if it's off. You're going to go all the way to the left, back to the right. The light will come on to tell you it's working, and then it'll shut off. Okay. This one doesn't have a light. It's just orange if it's off. Okay. So all the way to the left, back to the right. This side you're going to do the opposite. You're going to go all the way to the right, back to the left.
Okay.
Gotcha.
You got a couple extras here to add some stuff if you want to. Okay. Gas is not going to come out of there until you flip the switch. Okay. Unless you don't, you want to shut off so the kids aren't playing with it. You can do that. You've got a control knob here in the center. There's a right here. That adjusts your flame. So that's low and that's high. Got a battery backup here. Takes a D battery. That way if the power ever goes out, you can still have an ignition and have a flame. Okay. You're going to see a fog here. That's oil on the glass from the manufacturer. It's going to burn off over time. It may take 2 or 3 uses, 20 minutes of use, but eventually it'll burn off completely. Okay. By default, this is not going to heat the room. It's to look pretty at Christmas. But it can heat the room. It has the option if you want to. You'll just call Fireplace Company. All the electric's already here. You'll hook in a blower fan into the pipe, and it'll blow the heat out into the room. About $200-300, something like that. It's an option if you wanted to do that.
So whenever we light it, do we have to take that off, or were you just
no? Yeah, no. I was just showing you the mechanicals under it. Yeah. See, it's starting to burn off now. Mm-hmm. It'll probably come back a few times.
So it's not putting out any heat?
I mean, you're going to feel heat out around in here, and it'll burn you if you touch that glass, of course. Okay. But, you're not going to really feel much out here. It's not going to heat the room. Okay.
Is there any shut-off feature to that, just in case it's been on for 48 hours or
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Uh-uh.
That's something we have to watch out for.
There's probably one if the pipe gets clogged and it's building up heat.
Okay.
But as long as that heat's going out the house,
Okay.
it'll probably stay on.
Okay.
So if we mount the TV, where do you put the cable box and all that?
Right here, this tube. There's a tube behind here that runs down underneath there. So you actually run the wires in the wall. It comes
So
in.
you put your cable box down here like your folks.
Oh,
And you can
well,
still turn it on and off.
But how can it get through the cabinet?
They can still
Yeah.
have it in your folks' house.
Well, I think a lot of folks would just leave this door open when they leave watching TV. They just open that door. It may go through it. I don't know.
Yeah, your dad's go through it with DirecTV.
And all this stuff. Like, what is it doing?
So let me just ask you this, and you may not know or not, but we're having an issue with our TV provider, so we probably have to stay with DirecTV. Would that be an issue? I've never heard.
No, I don't think so. I believe there's a couple folks in here that have DirecTV.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think about the dish and stuff, where location.
Yeah, but I know you were selling. You guys were selling me. You know,
The
it's
Comcast.
wired for Xfinity. You know, like, we kept hearing that. You know, there was a reason for that. So,
Yeah.
just want to be sure there was no
You'll be able
additional adjustment or.
No. You shouldn't have a problem. What it is probably is they split up territories.
Mhm.
So if this is Xfinity, AT&T can't come in this territory.
Okay.
So that's probably what it is.
Okay.
Mm. How that gonna work?
But well, no. You could use a dish,
Yes.
dish or DirecTV.
Right.
Okay.
You could do. That's satellite, right? DirecTV.
Yes.
Yeah. So you could do any satellite. You just couldn't use a cable provider other than what's in this area.
So we do need to use
Okay.
Xfinity for
For
Wi-Fi
the Wi-Fi. Okay.
and maybe phone. So I guess that's the.
Are we gonna do it on?
Decisions, right?
We never use a phone.
All right. So you got your microwave up top. These are all your controls for that. Below is by default, it's going to go to 350. You can adjust it, and then just hit start. Not cancel, start, and that'll get it preheating. You got your light here, and then you got your broil convection options. It's pretty cool. Nice oven. Oh, we don't charge for that. That's free.
Stove. Stove poop.
Exactly.
That's where she hit it.
That's what happened when I did my QC inspection. I turned it on. The girls will do a detail clean before you move in. What
Yeah.
they've done so far is considered a rough construction clean, just kind of get the top layer
the
dust
dust
off
off.
so it's presentable.
Yeah.
But they'll come through and do a detail clean before you move in. You got a USB here. I'm sure you guys know. So you can charge your phone while you're cooking.
Yeah.
That's cool. You guys, I'm sure you guys know how these work. You just turn it easy. I don't think anybody not many people use the electric anymore.
Yeah, I love that.
I do too. Yeah. That's how that works. And then you got your controls for the vent right up here. Make sure you got a bulb good.
Do we have I know there may be some accessories that come with this that we could possibly order. Will we have a book for?
Oh yeah,
Alright.
yeah. You're gonna have a book somewhere. Johnny might have. Oh, there we go. Your first junk drawer.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. The filter, you have to unscrew here, and that'll come off, and you can clean it right to the dishwasher or whatever.
Okay.
Your controls for the dishwasher up top here. You tell it what you want it to do, shut it. It'll do its thing. Underneath here, you've got your switch for the disposal on this side. Underneath the disposal, there is a reset button right here.
Okay.
If this thing quits working, try that reset button first. If that doesn't get it going, inside that packet in the drawer, there's an Allen wrench right here.
Okay.
So you take that Allen wrench, you put it directly in the center here. There's a hole. You can hand crank and break up whatever's in there and get it going again.
Okay. I'm excited about